gonna start teaching here in a few minutes, so you're gonna have to go out. I'm gonna start teaching here in a few minutes, so you're gonna have to go to the room.
I'll be quiet. I will, I promise.
Can you close the door, please? Someone?
bad. Oh, y'all with the subway? What the fuck?
This looks like my room, but something's off. Oh, that's right, this isn't my room yet. Wonder what they're using it for. Oh my god, you had a public access show? Live from the shores of Rhode Island, it's the fatty who drives you batty, Peter Griffin!
Hey, douchebag!
There's
We
a
got my
band
show
wave
for
on
tonight.
Roblox.
Karen
So
Washington from the
Enchanted
Rhode
on
Island
Roblox,
Zoo.
okay.
And
There's
some
a band
ridiculous
wave?
toys
Yeah.
you're not gonna believe.
Said who?
So stick
My friends
around,
told
or...
me.
Here, let me look it up.
Yeah, search up bandwave Roblox.
I got it. What did you
Go on YouTube.
videos? Don't.
So are you gonna stay in here and Mama's room?
I'm trying to pass in section.
Where are my socks and sandals at? Where are my socks and sandals at? Where are my socks and sandals at? Where are my socks and sandals? Baby, have you seen my socks? I wanna kick rocks, but I can't now. Baby, have you seen my sandals? I wanna make moves without them, I cannot handle it. I thought you had them. They don't wanna get in my way, I step over. I hope that I find them today. Four-leaf clover, clover. Where are my socks and sandals at? Okay. Where are my socks and sandals at? Where are my socks and sandals at? Okay. Where are my socks and sandals? Okay. Walking on my feet, they all talking on me. Low, dark, geek, sucking on their teeth. I don't wanna something on me like you for clout, but you better get any tattooed it. I don't wanna be in a bit of my mood. I'ma find a sandal band to boot you with. Rockin' with the spider clear eye. Buy the big, then where it is my lighter. Got my sandal missing too. Bitch, you should go tune and listen rock. Don't go losing this shit how you walk. When I drop it, people tend to flock. I'm an artist looking for my sock. Where are my socks and sandals at?
Now, with our family takeout special, get a free along when you buy two. When I pop out, city I always talk about what I rap about.
Dad.
this is everything I've ever wanted. And let's be honest, if I had stayed with the Griffins, I would have ended up like Rick Springfield today.
I wish that I had Jesse's job.
Tony, blast refraction!
My God, that's impressive.
Hey, helmet guy! Grenade refraction! Sorry, it just happened. Iron Man, they did their thing. I got kind of jealous and,
You're gonna need a medic.
I am the medic. You are not gonna be okay. Oh.
Marvel Strike Force. Play for free.
Jack.
All right, my kingdom's looking good. My neighbor's looking like he could use some help. Let's do that. Let's get an alliance going. This should help both of us. I'll definitely get some more wood and corn, and that'll help me build a super strong army. I'll probably invest in some cavalry and some other stuff. Wait, what's this? The guy's launching an attack against my new ally? Terrible. Definitely, I'm gonna go help him. We can keep that trade going. Send in my new cavalry and just tear that guy down. This battle is all mine.
Rise of Kingdoms. Download for free.
Lord, it's time for bed.
Why isn't Mommy tucking me in?
Oh, hush, love. You're born now. That's the end of all this mummy nonsense.
Certain things are only meant to happen once in a century, like the 100-year flood or the 100-year pandemic. While we find ourselves in the midst of a truly novel situation, it is a good time to reflect upon other events that happen very infrequently. Today, we're looking at things that will happen only once in a lifetime. There have only been 2 men cured of HIV in the history of the world. The first one, Timothy Ray Brown, is simply referred to as the Berlin patient. In 2006, after living with the virus for 11 years and controlling his infection with antiretroviral drugs, he learned that he had developed acute myeloid leukemia. Chemotherapy failed, and the next year, Brown, an American then living in Berlin, received the first of 2 bone marrow transplants, a common treatment for this cancer, and ditched his ARVs. When HIV-infected people stop taking ARVs, levels of HIV typically skyrocket within weeks. Yet researchers scouring Brown's blood over the past 7 years have found only traces of the viral genetic material, none of which can replicate. The second is known as the London patient. His name is Adam Castillejo, age 40. Born in Venezuela, he has lived in London for nearly 20 years. The announcement of Mr. Castillejo's cure last year electrified the scientific community and energized the pursuit of strategies for curing HIV. Mr. Castillejo was found to have HIV in 2003, when he was just 23. In the 1980s and 90s, a diagnosis of HIV was seen as a death sentence, and that is how Mr. Castillejo received the news. It was a very terrifying and traumatic experience to go through, he said. Frayne Salak is either the luckiest person in history or the unluckiest, depending on your perspective. Over the course of several decades, he had 7 different brushes with death, but walked away unscathed each time. Then, just to prove that he truly was exceptional, Frayne won the lottery in 2003. Though his life has been filled with extreme highs and lows, the 89-year-old music teacher chooses to remain positive, giving himself the moniker the luckiest person ever to live. Salak's brushes with death started in January 1962, when he was riding a train through a cold, rainy canyon, and the train flipped off the tracks and crashed into a river. Someone pulled Salak to safety, while 17 other unfortunate passengers drowned. Salak suffered a broken arm and hypothermia. The next year, during his first and only plane ride, he was blown out of a malfunctioning plane door and landed in a haystack. The plane crashed, killing 19 people. 3 years after that, in 1966, a bus that he was riding in skidded off the road and into a river, drowning 4 passengers. Salak swam to shore with a few cuts and bruises. In 1970, his car caught fire as he was driving, and he managed to escape before the fuel tank blew up. 3 years later, in another driving incident, the engine of his car was doused with hot oil from a malfunctioning fuel pump, causing flames to shoot through the air vents. Salak's hair was completely singed in this incident, but he was otherwise unharmed. In 1995, he was struck by a bus in Zagreb, but sustained only minor injuries. In 1996, he eluded a head-on collision with a United Nations truck on a mountain curve by swerving into a guardrail, which gave way under the force of his car. He was ejected from the car when the door flew open, managed to hold onto a tree, and watched his car plummet down 90 meters into a gorge. In 1848, a unique spectacle occurred which some people considered to be a harbinger of the end of the world. The water ceased to flow over the Horseshoe Falls. After an exceptionally cold winter, the thick ice on Lake Erie had begun to break up during a warm spell in March. On March 28th and 29th, strong easterly winds drove huge amounts of ice across Lake Erie. The swift current then drew the ice into the mouth of the Niagara River, where it began to pile up. Reinforced by cold winds, the ice formed a dam between Buffalo and Fort Erie, cutting off the flow of water into the river and over the falls for a period of 30 hours. With the falls dry for the first time in millennia, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers began an investigation.
What? You want to yell at me more?
No, I want to tell you I'm sorry. I don't want you to leave.
Why should I stay if you don't even trust me?
I do trust you, Peter. I don't know what's gotten into us lately.
You gotta lose this guy. Who is it? Doesn't matter, he'll kill both of us. Promise me something. Yeah? Don't follow me.
If I just had some cash, I'd get some treatment. Maybe see my son anymore. Think you can help me somehow?
I do, but I can't do it alone. I make possible man's innate desire to be challenged in a highly intense sport. Hunting.
You want them to hunt me? Like paintball?
Who's that?
Like tag or something?
The sport in its purest form.
Oh, yeah.
Hunt to kill.
It's a 24-hour game.
Deposits increase.
Every hour you survive for a grand total of
$24.5 million.
just you on your own.
Trust no one. Stay paranoid.
Oh my God! No! What have you done? Wait! Stop!
It's just it.
No, please! I'm begging you! Oh, it's starting! I'm gonna live tweet the show and ruin it for everyone.
As engineers bored into the riverbed to map and probe the stresses, faults, and pressures of the rock, excited tourists scampered across the dry expanse, collecting coins thrown into the water decades ago. Pictures of two bullets, which bizarrely collided in midair, have caused quite a bit of excitement. There's been myriad assertions as to why and how this happened. One popular assertion is that somehow fate intervened to save the lives of two combatants. At first glance, the picture is fascinating, both bullets appearing to have been welded together. However, upon closer inspection and analysis by some critics, it has been suggested that the round on the left bullet does not have any rifling on it at all. Thus, the veracity of the photo has been challenged. But some people claim that the bullets collided into one another at the Battle of Gallipoli in modern-day Turkey. A man who was swept over the Canadian side of Niagara Falls in 2014 survived the plunge with non-life-threatening injuries, police say. Niagara Parks police were called to the edge of the falls at 4 a.m. amid reports of a man in crisis at the brink of the water. The man climbed a retaining wall after officers arrived, and he dropped into the rushing waters above the Horseshoe Falls. Rescue teams searched the basin below, and eventually came upon the man sitting on rocks near the Journey Behind the Falls observation platform. The man was transported to the hospital for further care. Niagara Falls is notoriously deadly, and has proven fatal to many who have tried to survive a plunge over the falls. The rapids above the Horseshoe Falls can reach speeds of up to 40 kilometers an hour before sweeping objects or people over a 57-meter plunge into the deep basin below. The whirlpool rapids below the falls can be just as deadly, with speeds of up to 48 kilometers an hour. The incident occurred on the 59th anniversary of 7-year-old Roger Woodward surviving a fall from Horseshoe Falls with only a life jacket on. With his sister and a family friend, Woodward was involved in a boating accident just upstream from the falls on July 9, 1960, and he was swept over. After losing her engagement ring on her family farm more than a decade ago, Canadian Mary Grams resigned herself to the idea that she would never see it again. That is, until the diamond ring showed up, 13 years after she lost it, wrapped tightly around a misshapen carrot that had been freshly plucked from the garden. The 84-year-old said she likely lost the ring as she was pulling a large weed from her farm in central Alberta in 2004, prompting a frantic search. We looked high and low on our hands and knees. We couldn't find it. I thought for sure either they rototilled it or something happened to it, she told the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. I cried so many times. When she washed off the carrot, she found the gem. Her husband quickly figured out it must be his mother's. Daly said it was so weird how the carrot had grown perfectly through the ring. This is not the first time someone has found a diamond ring on a carrot, the BBC notes. In 2011, a Swedish woman dug up her lost wedding ring, snug around the top of a carrot, after it went missing in her kitchen 16 years previously.
What do you mean? I loathe this family. Being born into it was clearly some sort of cosmic mistake, so I'm going back in time to prevent that mistake. I'm going to break up Lois and the fat man before they can conceive me. Stewie, it's one TV show. You're overreacting. It's not just the TV show, Brian. I'm tired of living with morons. Remember when I tried to open that lemonade stand?
Wake up in the morning.
That'd be 10 cents. Chris pour the man his lemonade.
Look outside, it's raining.
Run away! What have you done?
In my zone, just thinking.
The fat man won't even let me celebrate a proper birthday.
I'm really on this mission.
Silly. And here's your evil attention taking.
Wake up in the morning.
Yay, double wishes!
Look outside, it's raining. In my zone, just thinking. I'm really on this mission. True story in my notebook. In the field, gotta get it. Cook up in the kitchen. New sounds make it hits, man. My time. Your eyes, my moves. You're in tune. New sound, new groove. What's the move? You and your friends, come kick it with the gang. Gas the tank, roll it up, smoke it up. You're high again. Wake up in the morning.
Oh, God, that's frumpy Ann.
Look outside, it's raining.
Look, I gotta get this call, but don't do anything stupid.
In my zone, just thinking. I'm really on this mission.
Prepare to time travel. Oh, and by the way,
Wake up in the morning. Look outside, it's raining. In my zone, just thinking. I'm really on this mission.
inside my room, but something's off. Oh, that's right, this isn't my room yet. Wonder what they're using it for. Oh my God, he had a public access show? Live from the shores of Rhode
And apparently got tossed out with vegetable scraps. Some rare and interesting weather phenomena make headlines that are both terrifying and awe-inspiring. On April 22nd, 2015, when Chile's Calbuco volcano erupted,
And some rejected toys you're not gonna believe.
What is the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you? Did you get pants? Or maybe you walked into the wrong bathroom greeted by loud shrieks. Regardless of who you are, awkward moments happen to everyone. But when you're live on television and millions of people are tuned in, watching your every move, you probably wouldn't want something like this to happen. And that's okay. You don't have to. Because we put together 25 times this did happen for your entertainment. Welcome back to Top 5 Central. Subscribe in the next 5 seconds to prevent your next awkward encounter. Number 25. Being a weather reporter can be a really tough job, especially when working through an icy snowstorm. But what better way to warm up the mood than by accidentally leaving your Facebook filters on during a news live stream?
So kind of across the region, you know, Governor Cooper had put out a message earlier today warning people to be careful with the snowfall because it really is affecting the entire state. So something to keep in mind. I know folks who live in Western North Carolina, we are familiar with the snow and how to drive, but it's just a good reminder with this being really the first.
Really, the only thing that could have made this better is if he enabled a voice filter with them. You gotta give the man credit, though. He's probably the first reporter to pull off 10 costume changes on live TV. Number 24. From one reporter making a funny mistake to another, this time, our reporter friend Chris Lee challenged this high school girl to a toe-touching competition.
You want to show him how it's done first? Come on, Chris. Show him how it's done. Go, Crystal. Oh, my goodness. Is she amazing? She is amazing. Are you ready, Chris?
It's fine to act all cool, but when you end up looking like SpongeBob from the Ripped Pants episode on live television, it's pretty embarrassing. Number 23. Now, Shaq might not have torn his pants, but he did tear down part of the halftime report desk during this live broadcast. This wasn't exactly the most graceful display of athletic ability by the ex-Laker, perhaps even an illegal play, ref, but even after all of his years on the court, I'm glad Shaq can still laugh it off. Number 22. Speaking of laughing it off, that's exactly what this girl did in our number 22 spot. With the winter season being pretty much over for now, this reporter may need a new hobby if she wants to continue pumping out quality content like this. And if she wants a little more speed, maybe her next hobby could even be toboggan racing. Number 21. Speaking of picking up more speed, this reporter may have gotten a little too close to the racer for his own good.
Stop watching. Here they come down the hill. It looks like Ruben is in the lead, and here comes Ellis.
Oh, jeez. Now that's true dedication from that reporter. The guy even signed off after getting ragdolled through the air.
That was a bad idea. At Riverside Park, Rob Left, Global News.
Number 20. Sabering open a champagne bottle can make for a pretty neat party trick, but you've got to make sure you nail it. Otherwise, you might make a mess and waste a good bottle of bubbly. If that wasn't embarrassing enough, she was actually teaching the host how to perform this very same trick.
Cutting the glass, it's just about hitting that point nice and firmly and following through.
Okay.
Okay?
Ready, here
so
we
you go 1, 2.
Now, the next time these two are popping bottles together, I just hope it doesn't blow up in their face again. Literally. Number 19. While those two kept their composure during that last segment, the same cannot be said about this next anchor.
One pot-bellied pig has certainly endured his share of problems. Chris...
Turn it on, bitch. Turn it on. Turn it on.
Why you call me a bitch,
That's
dude?
a joke, that's a joke.
There's no fucking joke, dude.
That was a fucking joke. Here's the game.
Are you turning into an asshole now?
No.
What the hell did you do? I just got a note from Goodwill thanking me for donating all my porn.
What? Now, I'm sick and tired of you blaming me for things I didn't do. And I've got a bone to pick with you. I don't appreciate how you spray-painted vile woman on the bedroom wall.
That wasn't me. Must have been one of the kids.
That's ridiculous, Peter. Chris can't write, and we don't allow Meg upstairs.
You know something? I'm starting to think whoever wrote that is right.
Well, I don't want to live with someone who doesn't respect me.
Well, then maybe I should just leave.
Chris P. Bacon was born without the use of his...
Imagine being this reporter, heading into the newsroom for a regular day and then having to read this aloud a couple of times. This guy's definitely going to feel a little guilty the next time he fries up some bacon for breakfast. Number 18. It can be super easy to forget you're live at times, whether you're a streamer or a news anchor. And when you don't know that you're broadcasting, things tend to slip out that were maybe never supposed to be heard by the public.
Scott just said the later it gets, Jim, the less patient you get with us. Is that true? Who said that? Scott. Tell Scott he's full of shit.
It's okay. Sorry about that. Oh, he's full of it. How about that? Yes. He's full of it. Yes. We're live. It's okay.
It's okay. But hey, even if they were live for the broadcast, at least we have post-editing to bleep out the
You gotta love how genuine his
reaction is. Number 17. If you thought the last one was a little inappropriate for live TV, well, this reporter's job seemed to be working against her. Typically, she outlines ideal routes based around local traffic. And, well, you gotta be conscious of what you're drawing up on that board. Don't get me wrong, I'm no Picasso myself, but I don't know how you messed up this badly. Number 16. We all love a good old-fashioned game of baseball, but this guy may be a bit more enthusiastic than most. After dedicating years of his life.
Guys, Tom's suddenly real.
Glitter? Are you cheating on me?
I'm a sex doll.
You what?
How? What do you mean not yet?
I'm having a nervous breakdown. My boyfriend's sex doll is talking to me. But I have news for you, babe. We're all sex dolls until we topple the patriarchy. That's great. You're a feminist sex doll.
I think she represents a part of you that wants to heal.
Oh shit!
Embrace her.
I have pee anxiety. Can you
Anybody win that $2 billion?
Who is?
Can anybody win that $2 billion?
She's like 14. So? I'm 7.
No, but did anybody win the $2 billion?
A fun-loving sex doll and our human friend taking on the world together. I mean, that would make an amazing story. We're gonna be the best feminists that were ever feminists!
Or calling you for ransom, or threatening you to give them the money or you're gonna die, kind of stuff.
I was just imagining my own.
Everybody guys. Good now, guys. We can afford guns, so we can blast the shit out of them. And they try to take us money. Peggy Whitson was the first one to try.
0, we have booster ignition and liftoff of the Space Shuttle Endeavour, extending our reach while expanding our research in space.
It's the 5th of June, 2002.
Houston now controlling the flight of Endeavour. 3 new residents headed for the International Space Station.
American astronaut Peggy Whitson is leaving the planet for the very first time. By the end of her 15-year career, Peggy will have undertaken 10 spacewalks, become the first female commander at the International Space Station, and spent more time in space than any other American before her. Now, it's September the 3rd, 2017. Peggy is coming back to Earth for the last time, having spent a total of 665 days in orbit. But as if this wasn't enough, record-breaking Peggy has one more string to her bow. This is Tamra Davis. She's an astrophysicist, not an astronaut, so well placed to tell us about Peggy's other achievement.
Once it was realized that the speed of light was constant to everybody, weird things followed. For example, time dilation. If the speed of light appears constant to everybody, it means that time has to vary and travel at different rates for different people. Let me try and explain. Here we go.
Time dilation means time appearing to speed up or slow down depending on how fast you're going relative to anything else.
The distance squared, square rooted.
As Professor Davis is showing by deriving this equation.
And this is actually the equation that Einstein came up with for special relativity to explain how time can be different to different observers.
And that's why Peggy the astronaut is a real-life, bona fide time traveler.
I hope you guys are hungry because we're gonna do an entire mukbang series in this little cafe. Hello. It all started off with me being a food photographer.
Is there something out of place in this video? Look closely. It's a Mike Tyson fight from 1995.
They had smartphones like this in 1995? Bro, that's weird. Look. Look. This can't be photoshopped. Look.
Is there something out of place in this video? Look closely. It's a Mike Tyson fight from 1995. 21. Is there something out of place in this video? Look closely. It's a Mike Tyson fight from 1995. 21 years ago. And what's that guy in the crowd holding? Could that be a smartphone? We're used to a sea of smartphones recording historic events like the Pope's visit to America. But back in 1995, the internet is going wild with headlines like, "Did time traveler film Tyson fight?" We've seen this before. Check out this Charlie Chaplin movie premiere from 1928. Is that a woman walking with a cell phone? Sure looks like it. Look again. And there's this footage from 1938. It sure seems as if she's talking on a cell phone. Back to the 95 Tyson fight. Well, we may have solved the mystery. We did some digging and found out the device in the video is not a smartphone at all. It's an early version of a camcorder called the Dicam Logitech.
Why is it human beings are so much more willing to think up an idea like, well, they must have gone back in time with a smartphone, as opposed to saying, I wonder what camcorders looked like in 1995?
So for the time being, at least, it looks like we'll have to lose time travel to the movies.
Dad, please leave!
So, Alexander Smith is back in the news.
What do you mean, who's that? He's the entirely credible alleged time traveler who claims to have been sent to the year 2118 on a secret mission for the CIA.
Doesn't say what that mission was, doesn't say how he got there, but he's got a blurry photograph for us also.
Yeah, checks out. Now, I know for a fact that time travel won't be possible in my lifetime because obviously I would already have come back to right now to make out with myself, but there's just so
Yo, what up, everybody? It's Ask Good Gangster, and today we're gonna check out 10 time travelers. That was 5, but 10 time travelers caught on tape.
The original video will always be linked down below in the description. Make sure you go check them out, show them some love. And now let's get into the video. This will be interesting.
Oh my god, that literally just gave me chills.
Why can't there just be one normal ghost?
Come on, girl, say it with me. You're in.
Jesus, oh my god.
Somebody playing games with her?
I'm your best friend.
Whoa.
You can do whatever you want right now.
This guy somehow got into this. Yeah.
You can mess up your room.
Her room's already messed up, though.
You can break your TV.
Poor thing.
Whatever you want. Come on, can you say
This
the
is
magic
very
word?
creepy.
Please tell me it's not what I think it is. Oh my god. Aww. I don't like this.
I'm your best friend.
That stuff is so creepy to me. I don't know, that felt like a cursed video for some reason. It felt so weird.
Yikes. That's all I can say. That's awful.
So we have more to show you in a
fit, but that was a viral clip in which a strange man appears to talk to a young girl through their Ring camera in her room.
Oh, heck no. That makes it so much worse. What the hell? Oh my gosh.
Hopefully you aren't too jumpy right now, because for this episode,
We're going to be showing you 10 of the creepiest things caught on camera in no particular order, and then we're going to see how creepy you think they are. Oh, shoot, okay. So, with that being said, to make this episode a little creepier, we're going to go to the lights. I like you guys. I don't like this. Director of Public Relations, Charlie Greenspan, says Ashland modern camera system is just like that in Sunwater High School. That was captured by a camera in the rotunda of Ashland High in the wee hours of the morning.
Oh gosh, the wee hours of the morning.
The motion-activated recorder goes off for 24 seconds, indicating no movement. And then you see the shape again.
Wait, are people actually worried about this?
Hallway. And here's where things
This reminds me of Paranormal Activity. Like you would see like the cabinets open and stuff like that.
But look at the shadow on the floor coming from those lights.
Reisner won't say it's a ghost, but he won't say it's not.
It's a ghost. That's what it is.
It's a cryptid, you know? Like, you can't really necessarily prove that it's there, but everyone knows about it.
It could have been a light bulb that went out. It could have been anything. And yet here we are. Human people are assuming it's the extraordinary.
This clip comes from Asheville High School in North Carolina, where it kind of went viral in the small town, and many were convinced that there was a ghost on campus due to this video.
I believe it because, like, cameras do pick up a lot of stuff that, like, we don't see, like, we won't catch.
That's scary, especially if there are any other instances, then everyone will be like, oh yeah, our school is definitely haunted.
No, I'm not,
I don't like this.
7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, one of the most hyped anime games of 2020.
It's already. Is that a person?
Hell no. There's nothing there, is there?
Is that a person?
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, Jesus, I'm out of here. I don't want it.
The sound.
Got Belle in the background playing peekaboo? Oh, no.
I feel like it's gonna jump.
Oh my God, that was creepy as no.
I don't even know why you turned the corner. I would have went like the opposite way. Like, no.
100% fake. Because he turned the corner and stayed straight. He didn't look down. If you look down, the person's right there.
So this is what appears to be a ghost or a person which disappears into thin air at a cathedral.
Wow. I mean, that didn't seem like a ghost. That seemed like a real person.
That's a person. Ghosts don't have really figures. You notice like the shadow and stuff. That was a person. That is creepy.
The way he's like looking over and then all of a sudden he's gone. Like, it reminded me of like a horror film.
Okay, yelling, screaming,
Ooh, that is a very loud scream.
What is that?
Ew.
That's an animal. I swear, like, I've heard animals do that. Maybe you could have been an animal. Maybe you just can't see it. That's what's scary about it, you know, fear of the unknown.
That's so scary. Imagine just randomly being in the woods and hearing this crazy screaming and you don't know where it's coming from.
Well, in case you didn't know, even though this may sound like a gruesome scream, the sound actually is part of a cougar's mating call.
That wasn't a person? That's an animal?
Cougars had to get a new sound like pronto. Oh, mating call.
My first thing would go to like paranormal, like ghosts. Like I wouldn't even think of cougars or nothing. I'd be like hit the ground running.
Oh, is this like a security camera?
I'm nervous. I don't like the music.
You know, I'm gonna just enjoy it real quick. I don't have to hear the music. Who is she calling? It's just the wind. Is there like an earthquake or something?
Oh my god. Wait, what the... Ah! Girl, you better keep running. Whoa!
Oh, someone's out to get her. Did she just knock out? That's weird. I mean, That could have easily been fake, though.
Was something like possessing her in the moment? Because like it looked like the chair moved, and then it looked like she ran on her own, but then after a while, it just looked like something was like moving her around, and then she just fell. Okay, maybe I believe in ghosts now, like 1000%. That is so, like, you wouldn't even know what to do in that situation. Like, I'd try to run, but clearly that didn't work.
In this clip, a woman is seen sitting alone in a dining room until she's seemingly attacked by a mysterious force. So what do you think happened?
That's a whole ghost out for revenge. I don't know how you can get something so mad that it throws your furniture, then throws you, knocks you out. Oh my God.
I'm just in utter shock of confusion to explain how I'm feeling. I don't know what's happening.
There's no other explanation for why a table stood up on its own and like flew. Yeah, I think it's something paranormal.
I can hear something up there.
Oh, frick. I hate videos like this. Okay.
Oh, I hate these videos.
Is he going ghost hunting? Ghostbusters!
Nah, I'm gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna, nah.
I hate this bad camera quality because you can never see what it is.
Why is my heart pounding?
This is fake. I know it's fake. I know it's fake, though. I know it's fake, though. That's the thing. I know you're fake.
Why are they always alone? If they were with people, this wouldn't be much of an issue.
Hello?
Oh my God! Run!
Oh,
Hello?
no.
Oh my God.
I don't like that.
He hurt himself. These ghosts who keep playing peekaboo have to stop.
Poor guy. That's so scary. I love, like, scary movies. Like, I love watching it, but, like, stuff like real life. Like, that's real life, and that's freaky.
You watch movies and you're like, that's not like reality. But then it happens in real life and you're like, oh, frick. You know? I don't like that. That wasn't fun.
As you can see, there was something on the roof.
Something? That's a whole, like, little boy watching that man.
It was definitely a person, because you see the roundness of their face. That's just really creepy, man. I can't.
See, these cameras, like this black and white camera stuff, it's just, it makes it 10 times creepier.
I don't even want to. I don't want to.
It's still going. It feels like there's something behind me.
Oh my God, no, man.
I can't stand demonic babies. Because they grow up to demonic children and then psycho killers.
Why are you home alone? Whoa, what?
I don't like the creak either. What is that?
What are those? Oh my God! Is that a toddler?
It's the jaywalk.
These are so fake, but I hate it. I just hate it.
These videos are really scary. Like, it started off, not that bad. I was like, oh, this is creepy, and now I'm like, ah!
So in this clip, you can faintly hear the cries of a small child. And when the person filming decides to check it out, you can faintly see a little girl. So, what do you think? Pretty creepy, right?
Sure. I didn't see a little girl. I just saw, like, some, like, weird stick figure thing.
Why can't there just be one normal ghost that doesn't give a You know? It's like kind of just chilling, maybe smoking a ghost cigarette on a roof, maybe. Like, why?
This is a TikTok.
TikToks are scary.
Is that a camera?
Oh, it's a camera.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Of course TikTok found this.
Oh my God. I'm gonna go home and check all of my outlets.
Man, people are awful.
Oh my God, that literally just gave me chills. Why is there a camera in the outlet?
Red.
Today's video, it's a little prank on my little brother after watching a movie called Headcount. It's a horror movie on Netflix, I believe. I was at Devin's house, and you guys know Devin is, he's my friend. And basically it was me, Aaron, Asbin, and Devin who set up this prank on my little brother because he decided to fall asleep while watching the movie because he was hella tired. I was kind of tired, but he passed out first, so played a creepy little voice on YouTube or whatever and connected it to the TV, and we dipped into the living room. And it's kind of hard to see in the video. I'm sorry, it's kind of dark because we turned the lights off. And we basically used Google Home because Devin has Google Home at his house, the room that we were chilling in. And he also has these lamps where you can switch them on and off. So basically in the video, we're switching the lights on and off. And my little brother's confused as f***, and he doesn't know what's going on. He says he saw Jasmine in the hallway because we're like, yo, go check on him. And you'll see that in the video. He's like this, he looks over, something like that. And then after that, he just kind of gets a little clueless, and you guys will see that in the video. I hope you guys enjoy this little prank.
Hide and seek. Why do you seem so scared? All I wanted to do was play with you. Please come and play with me. I am so lonely. You're not afraid of the dark, are you? Don't be afraid. Come with me. I will show you where I can hide and seek. Do you want to... play hide and seek? You hide, and I'll find you. You're going to die in there. Don't say I didn't warn you. I see. I know things no one knows. You're going to die. Help me. I'm begging you. Can you help me? I'm alone and scared. I lost my mommy. Can you help me? I'm coming for you. I'm going to be there, watching you. I will get to you. I will find you.
Dude, did you get scared at the start? If you guys enjoyed that prank, please leave a like, share, and subscribe if you guys are new, and turn the post notification bell on so you guys know whenever I post a brand new video. And I'm trying to do more pranks, the worst gonna begin. And that's it for this video. Peace.
3 a.m.
So here's how we pulled this prank off. First, we built a fake meteor and put it into our fake pool house. Next, we needed a huge boom sound to convince our target that the meteor really crashed. Then we put Bailey and Herman into makeup, and now we're ready. Our target tonight thinks she's house sitting with her best friend, Jasmine. Meet Mary. She has no idea what's about to happen. She also has no idea that Jasmine is in on the prank. Her up. Here's the fun part. Jasmine told us that Mary believes in aliens. Just perfect for this prank.
I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. I haven't seen you in so long. So much has happened, and yet not at all. Dude, I miss you. I haven't seen you in so long.
I know, I miss you too. You're my best friend. You're my best friend in the whole universe. Okay, well, you're gonna be my maid of honor, even if I don't get.
Okay, after about 10 minutes, Mary's had time to relax. Now it's time to crash land our meteor. Mary's had time to relax. Now it's time to crash land our meteor.
It's just outside.
No, I feel like, what is that? What is that? Jasmine. What? I told you this house is haunted. I told you. I sensed it. Jasmine, there's a
snap.
fire.
Okay,
There's fire. Okay, come on, let's go out. There's so...
Just...
Yo, wow, she's really on the hook. And remember, she has no idea she's on hidden camera.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay? It's fine.
Whoa! Did you guys hear that?
Hello?
Yo, hold on.
It sounded like something hit the house.
Jesse and I wanted to get some footage of the target on our phones. So we pretended to be neighborhood kids who heard the explosion and came running.
Where's the kid next door? What happened here?
next door.
You guys live here?
Yeah,
you guys are neighbors?
Yeah, you live next door.
Dang!
Wait a minute. That's a meteor. That's super crazy.
She actually believes a meteor crashed into this house.
What? Oh my gosh. You guys. What's happening?
We need to call someone.
Nah.
Is there a hotline for this kind of stuff? Their dog.
Lily, we have to get the dog. I don't really know. No, we have to get the dog.
By the way, there's no dog in distress. It's just a recording. But Mary doesn't know that. so she's going in to rescue the dog anyway.
Dude, we need to go get the dog.
What is its name?
Doesn't look like a dog to me.
Okay, it's in there. We have to get it. Yo, we have to get it. We have to get it. We have to get it. It's not her. Lily. This is so horrible. Lily. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. 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 Come on. Come on.
What happened? What's better than one alien jumping out and scaring her? Easy. A second alien jumping out and scaring her.
Get out of here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, kids. Let's get in the car. Get in the car. Get in the car.
Okay, 2 aliens have scared her. How about a third?
It's all free. It's all free. It's all free. It's okay.
Okay. Well, I mean, did you have fun? Secretly, that was. We've hired a guy to be the nurse's aide for the day, and he has no idea that we're going to be filming him. That's Uncle Will.
Hey.
And he's going to tell the guy that it's his job to inspect kids for head lice. How is he going to react when he lifts up my hat and sees these bad boys? So, we used the nurse's office at our school for this prank. This is our nurse's aide, Elijah. He has no idea that he's on camera.
Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you, Mr. Williams. Elijah. All right, cool. We're going to be doing lice checks today. Okay. Yeah, we're checking for lice. Hey, how you doing, Herman?
Great,
Good to see
how are you?
Have a seat.
Hi, my name's Herman.
I'm Elijah. So we do a visual check. Looks good. Now we do a brush, just like this. Yep. Clean. All right. Yeah. Hi. How you doing? What's your name?
Bailey.
Bailey, you felt any itchiness in your hair lately?
No.
Looks like you're pretty clean. What's your name?
Dusty.
Take your hat off. Great. Looks good. Good. Cool. Right on. Thank you. Hi.
What's up?
Hey. I'm going to take this call, and I'll be right back. All right, great.
She's got us 20 questions.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
There you go. Where you going? Come back. Come say hi. They're my friends.
There's some roaches in there.
All I have to say to the target before this prank is good night, sleep tight, and don't let the bed bugs bite. Let's walk the prank.
My son Dusty's upstairs. He's getting ready for bed.
Meet Alita. She's here to babysit for the night. But Dusty's going to be a handful because he keeps imagining there are bed bugs in his bed.
Dad,
Hey.
I'm itchy.
All right, coming up. What happened?
I'm itchy.
You're itchy again?
I think there are bugs again.
We had a bed bug problem a few weeks ago. Could you change the sheets with them real quick? All
right.
But let me finish this, and thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Do you want me to throw it back in here, or? You can just check the comforter and put it back in there.
You just walked the break!
You didn't hear her show. I'm surprised this is as far as I went. Because any other chance, I'd have been out that door in a heartbeat. I'm going to have to get my apartment fumigated. I'm going to have to get rid of all my clothes. I just walked the prank.
Chance, what's the worst thing you could find in your food?
Vegetables.
Second worst?
Worms.
Bingo. Bon appetit, target.
Let's walk the prank. So for this prank, we've made up a story that Bailey and I are trying to get accepted into a fancy new school this year. So our dad, played by a stuntman, has thrown a very fancy party to impress the headmistress of the school, who's also a stunt woman. Uncle Will is playing our party planner, and here to help us out is our target, Dominique. She thinks she's been hired to help Uncle Will with the catering today.
Nothing can go wrong today.
Okay.
Hi. Hello. I'm Bailey.
I'm Dom. Chance. Hi, Dominique.
Tiffany, hello. I think we're gonna get into the school.
I know.
It's looking good.
She's having fun. Good. I wish you guys all the best. I hope everything goes well today.